And I would suggest that at least read once in a day so that it reminds us, what our goal is. And if there is anything that you need any help, we are here. That you can always call us, get in touch with us, and we will pray for you also. Good.
That's the first time I heard.
Yes.
And I never forget that.
Mm.
And anybody else wants to join, we can do that stage.
So anybody else who did not get today and wants to join, our NG Ben has, and who else? Bhayo Mufti koi nahi paas NG Ben has all. NG Ben has all, and NG Ben will be very glad and happy to provide you. We have unlimited blanks, so don't worry. Anybody has any question on this? Any suggestion on this? Okay. Our engineman has done a lot of efforts laminating this and spending time to put all this for us. So we want to thank her for that, and whoever have helped her. Yeah. And in India, all these bios and everybody came up with this thought, and it is a good thought, So whoever will follow sincerely would benefit a lot, That's the bottom line, Kakaji's blessings, And we want to try, so it will happen, Even if we take one step, then Kakaji will make us to take remaining steps. So at least we want to put that effort. So now today is getting close to the 10 o'clock time, and tomorrow everybody has to go. So today it's Vasibhai's birthday that they celebrated very nicely in India, and they had Bhajan Sandhiya, and in Bhajan Sandhiya everybody starting from 7-year-old to 70 plus years old, they all had bhajans, they sang, And हमारा लाड फैमिली ना अपने नानो बाबू Darshan, he had a nice bhajan. He remembered whole bhajan and he sang today also. And then Nilam Ben Chopra came from Delhi area, and she came specially for that. Our Usha Ben Khandelwal, she prepared 2 bhajans for Vasibhai. And it was very nice, Vasibhai being very humble, whenever, he gets the chance, he tries to guide and help a lot of youth, So it is very nice. And Bharat Bhai also, he was doing his discourse and a heavy rain started falling, It was so heavy that you can hear through the microphone on the roof, pouring down, And everybody was running, here and there, because it's semi-open, or maybe 95% open, but, there is still the, mist and other thing would come and, people were moving around. So Bharat Bhai did a very nice, timely dhun. He said, let's do some dhun. So for 2 minutes he did dhun and the rain cooled down. Varsad ekdam dhimo thai gayo. So those who wants to listen to that, you can go to the website, and there is a lot of good blessings and messages, Last 2 days there was no rain in Bombay. But today, on Vasibhai's birthday, the rain god came, to welcome. But on that day again, our Bhanuben, your birthday is also on 7th today, right? On the 6th, yesterday. And our Sheetal Ben is on 7th, right? So, on both, on 9th, okay. So, on both birthdays today, we had a nice Bhajan Sandhiya. And we had a nice dhun with Bhanuben today in the office. And she enjoys dhun now, huh, Bhanuben? Okay. So, Bhanuben sometimes have some questions that still mind is not happy all the time, and what to do, right? But at the end of the dhun, she says, that she is very happy, So, if you are a mathematician, then you can conclude what it means, right? Yesterday, we had a devotee from Atlanta, that he called, and he had a problem, that his father suggested that he should call us, for mental peace. And the problem was like $30,000 problem, So, Chandrakan uncle and I, we both joined together to do dhun. And at the end of the dhun, he said that he is feeling very happy now. He is feeling at peace. So the dhun has power, Dhun has that effect, So we all want to master there, Even if somebody wants to cook the food, they spend so many months to master it, right? If somebody wants to sing the bhajan, they take so many months to master it, right? So we have to do so many months of dhun also to master it. But once we master it, then it is part of our asset. And then it will be with us in any trying times or joyful times, So why don't we, keep that in mind, that we want to master it. Many years ago, Kakaji, when he used to come to Chicago, he was telling, that master the Swaminarayan mantra. Swaminarayan mantra siddha કરી લો. અમે છીએ ત્યાં સુધીમાં સિદ્ધ કરી લો. That was his blessings, So, those who have done this Swaminarayan dhun and mastery of that, they will stand out differently, Their whole life will be differently, And I have seen so many examples, in India and here, that those who have mastered, their whole life has changed, You may have some of you may have met R.D. Kaka, He was a vice chancellor of university in India. Very strong personality, very short-tempered, anger personality, And I remember when I was in college, my first year, he was the head of the department in chemistry, and he would walk into our dormitory with a stick, and he would have dark glasses, because in the experiment he had lost one eye, in chemical experiment. He had lost one eye, so he was putting on the dark glasses, But when he walked into our dormitory, everybody went into their room, very quiet, started reading, and not misbehaving, Such a Strong personality, But then he came in touch with our satsang. And Kakaji openly challenged that whoever can spend 1 week with me, I will transform their crude nature, And nobody got up except him. He came. He came all the way from Gujarat to Bombay, Kakaji. And there is a long story to that, We are running short of time. But he pleased Kakaji, He was a talented man. And once he decided that I want to do this, then nothing would come in between, So he really pleased Kakaji. And Kakaji gave the blessings. And then since he was living in Gujarat, Kakaji was in Bombay, Kakaji assigned him to Papaji and Sahibji, because they were close, And he was in Vidyanagar, Papaji and Sahib was in Vidyanagar. So, but then they were going, with Sonaba saying also, to their weekly meetings and other things, and from there he developed liking. And then Sahib was his disciple in this school. Now he became Sahib's disciple. In spirituality, he became Sahib's disciple. Not only that, but Sahib's disciple, Jayesh Bhai, he became Jayesh Bhai's disciple. Such a big man, and listening to Jayesh Bhai, and not the sweet way, Even Jayesh Bhai talks in a rough way, he would still not get upset. Angry man back in 60s became humble of the humblest back in the 80s and 90s, In 20, 30 years, the whole personality changed, And one day, I was in Pocono, at that time, and he was telling me, that I get up 4 o'clock in the morning and I do all these decoration to Thakurji, Swaminath Bhagwan and everybody, and put the garland and everything. And then the curtain is closed. Behind the curtain, he does all that. And when the curtain is open, and Jayesh Bhai is there, and he would criticize me that, Dada, this was not done right. Dada, you did not do that right. And he says, I don't know what to do. But he was doing Swaminarayan. So, if he can do that, I think we can do that. Right? Malkani uncle, a multi-millionaire, of India, has resorted to Dhun, and he is very subtle and settled to himself, He has seen lot many ups and downs. His $1 billion business, have come down, Both of his children are not interested in that business, all that, but he is content, because of Dhun. So in our life, there will be always ups and downs. We need accelerator and brakes. And Dhun is both. When you need accelerator, Dhun will help as accelerator. When you need brake, Dhun will do as brake job, So, again, today is the Bhajan Sandhiya, And today I was eating, and at that time our Shankar Bhai and Chandrakant Bhai was saying that the same Swaminarayan Dhun, one young boy, 8, 9 years old maybe? 10 years old, under 10, did in 108 different melodies. Swarit Shukla. He is a Brahmin family, but you can select any one melody of Dhun and be happy. Okay. But it's worth trying, I learned from Kakaji, Kakaji, wherever we go, in the car, he would do Dhun. And the reason he was saying, that the driver who is driving the car, taxi driver or whatever, has so many problems in his head, And how could that driver drive safely, taking to Kakaji or anybody? Only Kakaji says, I do Dhun, and he would listen to Dhun, So Dhun will make a change, His car will be safe, So Kakaji was driving, doing dhun all the time, when, especially when in a train, in a bus, in a car, everywhere, So, choice is ours, Our Taraben bhi, dhun, she is a dhun master, In Hare Ram, Hare Krishna temple also, they do a lot of dhun, Hari Bol, right? It has feedback, auto feedback, You speak, you hear. You speak, you hear. Yes, it makes a big difference. Some people may think that, why repeat, Well, I think we are running out of time, so we will talk again, But we do repeat, we should repeat. Yeah. Whatever is dear to us, we normally repeat. Yeah, repetition is practice. But if we do it with magnanimity and with, love and, zeal, it would make a difference. Yeah. So, this is master key, Chalo Sajanand Swami Maharaj ni Jai Jai Jai. Aaj ke Anand ki Jai Jai Jai. Sadguru Dev ki Jai Jai Jai. Sarve Gunatit Swaruponi Jai Jai Jai. Anybody has anything to say? Any comment?